Hey guys, it's Wolfbrick Productions here, back with another video, and in today's video we will be taking a look at the LEGO Star Wars Razor Crest, aka the LEGO Star Wars Mandalorian Bounty Hunter Transport Ship. Now, this video is going to be a little bit longer than most of my videos, so that's just a heads up if you all are not a huge fan of longer videos. But please stick around to the end. There will be a little surprise at the end. Now we will start off with the minifigures. So let's take a look at the Mandalorian. Okay guys, here is the LEGO Mandalorian. Give you a 360 view of him. Now you can see the brick built blaster, which is decently accurate to his rifle in the show. It uses just a blaster pistol with a dark brown lightsaber hilt and a black clip piece. Now we're just going to take that out of his hands so we can get a better look at the figure himself. Okay, so you can see that he has a gray cape, some brown arms, some awesome printing on the torso, and some armor printing on the legs. He has the normal Mandalorian helmet mold in gunmetal gray, and if we remove that, you can see that he just has a black head underneath. Now, LEGO was probably looking at concept art when they designed this set, because based off of the Scout Trooper, he should be in his Beskar armor. But that is not the case, and you can also get this figure in the Mandalorian ATST set. Okay, now let's take a look at the Scout Trooper. Okay guys, here is the Scout Trooper. He is a really, really great figure. Maybe even, besides Baby Yoda, maybe the best figure in the set. You can see he has the Scout Trooper armor print from the action battle set from last year, and same leg print from that, but you can see he has a different head underneath. He has just this Lex Luthor head, which is not a very rare piece. I just wanted to point that out. And his helmet is dual molded, in fact, as you can see in there. And I did notice something while I was taking a look at the Scout Trooper. Hang on, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, if you can see here, the clone Scout Trooper. Now, you would think their helmet molds are the same, but they are actually different. For example, the visor on the Scout Trooper is indented, and on the clone Scout Trooper it is printed on. And the respirator breather thing here is indented on this Scout Trooper, but not on this one. It is just printed on. And those are the big differences that I noticed. And these little things on the side here, these are indented and these are not. Those are just the small differences that I noticed. Now, let's move on to the next minifigure. Okay guys, here is IG-11, the Bounty Hunter droid. And his accessories are a normal blaster piece and a sniper blaster rifle. And all these pieces on him you can get anywhere else except the head print on this cylindrical piece. That is exclusive to this figure, and if it will focus, there we go. You can see it even better. But that is it for IG-11, so let's move on to Greef Karga. Okay guys, here's Greef Karga, and his two accessories are two of the normal blaster pistols molded in black, And his torso design has some straps and a belt, and it also has this cloak design that carries on to the back very nicely. And I thought that he was using a Lando Calrissian face print. I'll straighten him up there. But it turns out he is not. This is his front face print. And this is his back face print. Wait a second. If we remove the hairpiece, is mine? I think it is. I think I have a slight misprint. This should be more centered, but it is offset a little bit to the side, so they are not perfectly in line. So there is a small misprint in the printing. That is very cool, and those misprints do not happen very often, but you can see his back face print is more of a mean expression, like he's about to shoot the scout trooper. Oh gosh. That is it for Grief Karga, so let's put his hairpiece back on. And we will move on to the figure that everyone came here to see. Okay guys, here is the figure that everyone came here to see. The Child, aka Baby Yoda. Now the only exclusive mold on him is for the head. And you can see it here. It's got some nice eye printing there for a little, and some white dots for the reflection in his eyes, and it is rubbery. It is not a hard plastic. And the torso, like I said, is just a normal baby torso with some printing on it, as you can see there. And he looks kind of chubby from the side, and then no printing on the back. That is it for Baby Yoda. So now let's move on to the Razor Crest itself. Okay guys, here is the Razor Crest, and I'll give you a quick 360 view of it. There we go. Now it is a pretty bulky build, coming in at 1,023 pieces. Sorry, I totally did not have to look that up. But to get into the exterior details, you can see it has stickers to represent the yellow stripes, or more tannish stripes, going down the actual model of the Razor Crest. Those are all stickers, none of them are printed. But also down here, you can see it has some skis for the landing gear, and it has the door that Mando uses to walk out. Oops, he's stuck to that. There we go. So you can have Mando stand there and have him walk down the ramp if you would like. And that is a feature on both sides. And then you have some big stickers on the engines. Not so sure about how I feel on these, what are they called? I'm just going to call them crate pieces on the back for the engines. I think they look fine, but also at the same time, the ridges in there. But that's really the only flaw, or one of the only flaws you could find with this build. These get a little bit repetitive, building these, and just building the engines in general gets a little bit repetitive. Nothing much else on the exterior. You have these big, huge panel pieces, but let's get into the interior, which to get into that, you fold down these, all of these come down, these side panels here. And this is the main hull or interior. Well, I guess we'll get into these guys first. They must have wanted to be reviewed. So first up, we have the fish-like guy in carbonite from the first episode. And this is just a piece with a sticker on it. And yes, you have to apply that sticker yourself. and it has a tile on top so they can just slide into these slots like so, and the friction will hold them in. And then this is just some random prisoner. He may have been the guy in Carbonite that the fish blue guy saw before he got frozen himself, which is what I'm assuming. But that is also a sticker, and he just slides in there. And that's pretty much it for the interior, except you just have a ton of empty space in there to pose figures and all of that. And then let's close all this up. And then if we take a look over here, you have the Mandalorian's weapon vault with the Mandalorian's rifle, and I have Grief Karga's 2 pistols in there. And then you can close this back up. And then on the other side, you have the same feature, but it's the Mandalorian's bedroom with a little cot there. And those are also stickers as well, and they are a pain to put on. I'm just going to let you know that. And you have a nice build for these cannons right here. And then if we move up to the top, you can see we have an escape pod right here with a little hole so Grief Karga can see out of it, and some engine / thruster things there. And you put the figure in it by just lifting this up, and you have Grief Karga in there. I put him in there because that's who it is on the box, and that just studs in on that one tile. And then the other stuff holding it in is just friction. And then you have spring-loaded shooters right here, and I will show you what you do to fire those off. You just press down on this little clip here, and that fires off. And then we just load that back up here. And then to access the cockpit, you just pick up on this little handle here and pull that off, and you can see in here we have the Mandalorian holding Baby Yoda, and we'll remove them so we can get a better look at the cockpit. And inside, oh gosh, that is not good. The chair came out with the Mandalorian, and I will note that is the first time I have ever had that happen, but we'll just stud that back in there. There we go. And you can see you have 2 chairs for 2 passengers in the cockpit and a nice little control panel there. Let's make sure that's studded back in well. And we will just put Baby Yoda and the Mandalorian inside of there. And close this back up. And that is pretty much it for the Razor Crest itself. So let's get into the final verdict. Okay guys, this is it for this week's video. I hope you all enjoyed, and please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, build on.